And until this day, I don't know how this happened. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't know how this happened. I'm on the side of the school smoking a Black and Mild.
Okay.
And I'm sitting on the thing talking to my friends. It's like lunchtime or something. And the police officer comes and pulls up about a week or two later and pulls up. And I've been seeing this cop every day. He's like the school police.
Right.
And he pulls up and he looks at me. He said, hey, man, what's up? I said, what's happening? He said, you Jay Rich, right? Because I was always going by a nickname.
Uh-huh.
He said, you Jay Rich, right? I'm like, yeah. He said, come in. So I walk up to the car. He said, man, some dudes down, some people downtown want to talk to you.
God damn.
I said, what, you trying to arrest me or something? He's like, man, they just trying to talk to you down. I don't know what it's about, but they supposed to come and talk to you.
So you 15 years old, the police officer, which you see every single day.
Every single day for the past 2 weeks.
So there's a level of trust.
He was the kind of, and he was actually pretty cool. He'll pull up and give you some money.
Wow.
He was that kind of dude. He was like the school police. Hey, what y'all doing out here? Give you $5.
Buying love from the students so that when it's time to arrest them, they're not going to think twice about it.
Right.
They're like, okay, cool, I'll go with you downtown, no problem. Right. So he's enticing.
So basically, that's exactly, he's like, yeah, man, they want to talk. I don't know what it's about, but they want you need to go on downtown. So at first, I'm thinking, I wasn't scared at first. I'm like, they just want to talk.
They just want to talk. They just, because cops love conversation.
I'm young and stupid, and I go to talk. I go there. No, first before I get, I'm like, what they want to talk to me about?
So do you jump in the car with them?
No, not at first. First, I'm a little hesitant, and I'm like, why? Who are they? Who do I want to talk to? Not just some people downtown want to talk to you, man. You got to come with me, right? Kind of, I had a little. First, like the shoulder, like he just talking to me, but it was a little grip
on it,
just in case. And he was like, I ain't gonna have to put handcuffs on you, am I, man? You ain't gonna try to run. I'm like,
not now.
Right. But something in my mind, I swear, in the back of my mind, I was like, peel off, kill him. Yeah. But then I'll never could come to school again. My father and everybody get involved. I'm like,
next time he sees you, he's just gonna grab you.
Right. Let me see if I go see what this is.
Let's work this out.
I'm not even thinking about what happened a few weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And then one of my friends hasn't been around either that I didn't notice.
So to that point though, when the cops started, telling you about going downtown to talk and shit like that, you weren't associating it with your rumbles from the last week.
Because it's been 2 weeks.
It's been that shit is old already.
What's going on. But like I said, future tense, I started thinking about it. One of the guys that was with me haven't been coming to school either.
So is that starting to click in your mind?
Nope, not at the time.
Okay.
At the time, I'm dumbfounded. Like, what the fuck they want to talk to me downtown for?
Yeah.
What the fuck? So they take me on down there, and then I go in some kind of little room. And then one of the cops come in.
Is it one of those rooms that we see on the
something like this
48-hour footage?
Yeah, something like Where
they sit you in a corner, they bring you some Wendy's. They'll be like, no,
whatever you said, I did it. I'm just
motherfuckers would give it up for a Whopper with cheese,
Right.
Okay, so they bring you into a room.
They bring me into the room.
15-year-old Jay Rich, who they told they just want to talk.
Right.
They put you in this little tiny room with probably like a table and a chair.
Right.
And now you sitting there, and what's going on through your mind at that point? Because at that point, you got.
I'm more so sitting there like, just like first 48. You know what that means?
You start fiddling around.
Oh shit! What the fuck? You know what I mean? And so they come in there and talk to me, talking about they're saying I robbed somebody.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So when they drop the robbery. The notion of robbery on you. How did you feel in that moment? Because now you finally have an answer as to why you're there, and they're talking about robbery.
Right, they're talking about robbery.
How does that make you feel in that moment? Like
I'm just more panicked, panicked, and what the fuck are you talking about? I haven't robbed nobody. You know what I mean? Now I'm like, wait a minute, who did I rob? Whoa. And then I'm trying to remember it for detail because he was like, the next thing you know, he pulls out a paper. I was like, it wasn't me, man. It wasn't me. And he pulled out a paper because they took me, when I first got down there, they took pictures of me and everything like I'm being booked.
Wow, bro.
Yeah, like I didn't go straight to the room. Like I went there and they was like, sit right here. What's your name? All the
fingerprints
shit.
too?
Yep, all the little what's that? And it was old school. They did a what's his name?
Oh, they put the whole
they
shit on
rolled
your
those
head.
shit and thing and went like this with it and all the shit.
Bruh, so they were booking you.
Yeah, basically.
They were basically booking you, bro.
Basically. And I was sitting in there for hella long before they even came to talk to me.
Yeah.
Like for hella long.
Did when they were, when they sat you down in the room, like did you make the connection at that point? Like, okay, I'm in trouble now because once they take the pictures and they take the fingerprints and whatnot.
Yeah, but my thing was what for?
Exactly.
That's the only thing going through my mind is what for? What have I done?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, did I do anything? Threw some rocks at a car or something?
Yeah,
Like, what was it?
So
did
they
they
come
find
in,
some weed in my locker or something? What's going on?
They come in, they drop the robbery charge on you.
They dropped the thing. They asked me where I was, talking about the dates and stuff like that.
Now that's when it gets fucked up though, because I've had cops ask me about dates and shit like that, and now it's like
my mind goes 100% blank now because I don't even know what today is.
Right, and you don't want to say the wrong thing.
Right.
You don't want to say the wrong thing. You might fuck around and incriminate yourself. You start thinking about that, but at the same time, you're also thinking to yourself like, if I sit here stumbling and bumbling around, I'm gonna just look even worse. Because what you really want is some time to think. Right. But in that moment, you ain't really got it.
Right.
And then you a youngster, so you don't want to look guilty, but you trying to figure out what the fuck, where was I on October 23rd or whatever the fuck,
Exactly. So anyway, long story short, short story long.
Yeah, give me the long version.
Short story long, they come in there, and I realized why I was in there so long, whoever's accusing me of this is there too.
Ah.
And they come in, they was like, yeah, man, they say it's you. I'm like, can't be me. I haven't did anything. And they pulled out this little piece of paper and they had hella people pictures on it, including the picture I just took. And then they had a highlighter around my face saying that this is the one, that's him right there.
The fucking details that they will add to fuck with your mind.
Right.
Because that shit we gonna highlight this shit. We gonna highlight this shit so when we show it to him, he understands that we got him.
Right.
Because he's highlighted.
Right.
Because you only highlight important shit.
Exactly.
When you read a good passage.
You hella stupid. Yeah, that's it. Put a highlight. Hey, put a gold star around that button right there.
It's like when you read a good book and you see a good line, you highlight that part. Like, I gotta remember this shit. This is important right here. So they highlighted you. They came in, and they probably got a file with every other dude highlighted in.
Right. And it's crazy, right? Because I'm like when I was waiting and she was doing the paperwork, like they had pictures of other kids, right? That was in there. But I was seeing friends I knew. It was crazy as fuck. I was seeing like hella little friends. I was like, oh, that's what's his name. But I'm answering questions. And I'm looking around because I've never been up in here. I'm seeing people, and they've been like some of the friends I knew, they've been in juvenile hall. In and out.
Right.
But it was just hella shocking to be right there where my friends was always telling me, and then I'm sitting there fucking pictures.
Like you at the Hall of Fame or something.
Right. Like,
oh shit, that motherfucker stole 3 cars in 1 week.
Like it wasn't like the movie where they got wanted and shit. It was just like this, just little pictures of motherfuckers.
They probably did that shit on purpose. They were like, does Jay Rich know this guy? Yeah, put his picture up.
Put him up there. Let him know he's going down.
Right.